Welcome. In this playthrough of Marvel Champions card game, we have Doctor Strange taking on Rhino in Expert mode. So for setting up our villain, we've got the break-in main scheme. We're using Rhino 2 and 3 for Expert mode. We're using his cards as standard encounter sets, the 3 Expert cards, and the Bomb Scare Modular encounter set. And then we have a threshold of 7 on this. If this stage is completed, we will lose the game. And then Rhino 2, Scheme of 1, Attack of 3. When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for the break-in and take it side scheme and reveal it and shuffle the encounter deck, and he comes in with 15 health. I've already located the break-in and taken scheme. When revealed, place an additional 1 threat per player here. And he's got the hazard icon giving us +1 counter card during the villain phase, so that's coming in with 3 threat. I want to deal with that pretty quick. And we'll go ahead and give our encounter stack a final shuffle. And then see what I can do with Doctor Strange. So this is my first time playing him. I went straight to Expert because Black Widow made me feel confident. So I'll go ahead and shuffle his deck. And for deck construction, I'm just using the pre-constructed from the hero pack. No changes there. So there's a quick look at what we've got going on inside of this. And then for Stephen Strange, recovery of 3. He begins the game with an invocation deck, which is going to be these 5 special cards. We're going to give those a shuffle. And we play with the top one of these always revealed. And we will start the game with images of icon. So confuse the villain and remove 4 threat from a scheme. Place this card in an invocation deck discard pile. So that works for me. Then as a natural talent, he has an action, discard the top card of the invocation deck so we can go searching through the next one, but I'm good with what's on top. Then in hero mode, he's got a thwart of 2, attack of 1, and a defense of 2. Spell mastery has an action, exhaust Doctor Strange and pay the cost of the top card of the invocation deck. Resolve the special ability on that card. He's got hand size of 5 on this side, 10 hit points, and a hand size of 6 in his alter ego form. So I think we're ready to draw up. So 6 cards. Getting the Sanctum Sanctorium. So as an alter ego action, we can exhaust that, shuffle a spell card from our discard pile into our deck, and draw a card. Got the Night Nurse. It's got 3 medical counters. As an action, exhaust her, remove a medical counter, heal a damage from a hero, and discard a status card from it. Magical enhancements. Gives us +1 to our thwart, attack, and defense. But when the round is over, we discard it. We've got Avengers Mansion. That's early. Exhaust that to have us draw a card. Mystical Studies. Alter ego action. Search your deck and discard pile for a Doctor Strange card and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. And Astral Projection is a hero action. Choose a scheme. Remove 3 threat from the scheme. Take a look at the top card of the encounter deck. For each boost, remove 1 additional threat from that scheme. So with this showing up, we really don't need that. I think I'm just going to keep these 2. Discard the others. Draw back up to 6. So we've got this. After you defend against an attack, take no damage. Exhaust it to draw a card. Not a huge fan of that. Magic Blast, dealing 5 damage, then revealing the top card, or discarding the top card of our deck, and depending on what resource it has, it's going to do some different things. Protective Ward, we can ignore a Treachery card, and Strength. So some good stuff there. So what I'm going to do is use this as a resource, put in the Sanctum Sanctorum, exhaust this, shuffle a spell card from your discard pile into your deck, and draw a card. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So we'll take Astral Projection, which is a spell, and shuffle that back in, and then draw a card. Getting a Momentum Shift. It's a hero action. Heal 2 damage from a hero, then deal 2 damage to an enemy. Then I'm going to go ahead and flip over. Then we're going to go ahead and use a Spell Mastery to exhaust him and pay the cost of the top card of the Invocation deck and resolve that special ability. So this is going to cost 1. We'll use Momentum Shift for that. Confuse the villain. So Rhino's confused. Remove 4 threat from a scheme. Breaking and taking is out of the way. And that goes to our discard pile over here. And then we get to see Vapors of Altar. All right, so this one, choose a status card in play. Replace that card with a different status card. Then we're going to do a Magic Blast. Those are 3 resources. So hero action, deal 5 damage to an enemy, and discard the top card of your deck. So first 5 damage, down to 10. Discard this, finding, oh, cloak, didn't want that discarded. But that will stun the enemy. All right, so end our turn. We're going to keep this, which is an alter ego action. We can search our deck and discard pile for a Doctor Strange card and add it to our hand and shuffle our deck. Then draw 4 more. Getting energy, genius, power protection, lots of resources, and nothing to spend them on. So 1 threat. Rhino goes to attack, but he's stunned. Then we get an encounter card. The Sandman. Comes in with toughness. Well, we'll go ahead and use our ability. Choose a status card in play. Replace that card with a different status card. We're going to remove tough. Make him confused. Then we're going to flip over. Let's see. Here we've got Crimson Band, special, stun an enemy and deal 7 damage to it. Here we'll exhaust that to shuffle a spell back into here. We'll go with the Protective Ward. And draw a card. Getting magical enhancements. Then we're going to use our mystical studies as an alter ego action. Search your deck and discard pile for a Doctor Strange card and add it to your hand and shuffle your deck. So this is my first time playing. Not really sure what I want. Of course, that's always good to see. Wong. Maybe. I think we're going to go with the eye to give us a resource. And we'll put the eye in play with these. And call it a turn, keep a nose, hoping for some big things to pop up. So 4 more cards. Getting a Magic Blast, Astral Projection, Brother Voodoo, and Unflappable. So villain phase, we get a threat. Everyone wants to scheme, but they're confused. Then we get an encounter card. I'm tough. When revealed, give Rhino a tough status card. If he already has one, card gains surge. So Rhino's tough. And we'll see what we can do about that. First thing, we'll shuffle a spell back into our deck and draw a card. I'm good with the Magic Blast. And we get a warning. It's an interrupt. When a hero would take any amount of damage, reduce that amount by 1. Then flipping over. So we're going to start by putting in Brother Voodoo for 3. After he enters play, search the top 5 cards of your deck for an event card and add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So event cards, that's all of them. That's the one. Don't even need to look at the others, but we will anyway. Yep. So what this one does is, as a hero action, pay the printed cost to the top card of the invocation deck, resolve its special ability, then place it back on top of your deck. So then we'll shuffle. So Brother Voodoo's going to swing for 1 to get rid of toughness, taking a damage. And I'm going to spend 1 for this, so as a hero resource. Pay the printed cost of the top card, resolve its ability, and put it back on top. So that's going to cost us 2. And that's going to stun an enemy. It's not going to matter. We're just overkilling Sandman. Then we're going to use Dr. Strange, exhausting him, paying 2 to use that again to stun Rhino and deal 7 damage to him, taking him down to 3. And the next one is the 7 rings. Give up to 3 characters each a tough status card. Place this card in the invocation discard pile. I'm sitting here with the Magic Blast in hand. I'm going to go ahead and hold on to that and end our turn. Drawing 4 more. Another Master of the Mystic Arts. Desperate Defense. Protective Ward. 2 of those. Start of the villain phase. We go up to 3. Rhino attacks, but he's stunned. Counter card, Master Plan, not a fan. So we're going to stop that. So when revealed, place 4 threat on each side scheme. If there are none, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a side scheme is discarded. Reveal that side scheme. We're going to do a Protective Ward, paying with that. So Hero Interrupt. When a treachery is revealed from the counter deck, cancel all of its effects and discard it. All right, so we're going to thwart for 2. Then do a Magic Blast, using that for 2, and our eye for the 3rd one. Deal 5 damage to an enemy and discard the top card of your deck. So the 5 damage is going to take care of the first Rhino. Bringing in the next one, he's going to have toughness, and when revealed, stun each hero. And 16 health. So then we reveal the top card. It's physical, so we get to stun that enemy. But he's also tough. Go ahead and have Brother Voodoo attack for 1 to at least get rid of the tough. And end our turn. Drawing 5. Getting Desperate Defense. Warning. I'm really not a fan of either of those. Not a fan of any of these. 2 med teams and a momentum shift. So villain phase. Gets a threat. Goes to attack. He's stunned. We get an encounter card. Stampede. When revealed in hero form, Rhino attacks you. If a character is damaged by this attack, that character is stunned. Well, he's attacking. Brother Voodoo's going to jump in the way. Even though Doctor Strange is already stunned. Yeah, I think we'll just take it then. So 4 coming in. 5, 6 damage. Taking us down to 4. And we're stunned. Then for our turn, we will attack to get rid of stunned. Then as a hero action, I'll spin these 2. Heal 2 damage from your hero. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. So we'll go up to 6. Take him down to 14. Then we're going to flip over. Use his ability. Natural Talent. Discard the top card of the Invocation deck, which is going to reveal Winds of Tomb. Special action, draw 3 cards. Place this card in the discard pile. Then we're going to do this. Shuffle spell card from your discard pile into your deck and draw a card. Let's see. I'm good with Magic Blasts. And we get the Sorcerer Supreme. So it costs a 2, gives us +1 hand size while in hero form. And well, yes, I can generate another resource. I'm not going to keep those cards anyway. So I'll pitch those 2 to put this in play, giving us +1 hand size in hero form. Go ahead and end our turn, keeping him around to defend later if needed. Drawing 6. Actually, Brother Voodoo is going to thwart for 2. And that will take him out. Don't want to risk that going up by too much. So 6 cards. We've got the Iron Fist, Wong, a Magic Blast, Momentum Shift, Astral Projection, and the Power of Protection. So villain phase. We get that. He's going to scheme for a base 1 plus another 1. So up to 3. Counter card. We're an alter ego, so we get Surge. And then we get Charge. Attached to Rhino gives him +3 to attack. When he attacks, the attack gains overkill. Excess damage to an ally from this attack is dealt to that ally's controller. At the end of this attack, discard Charge. So he's going to be hitting for 7+. And we only have 6. So we're going to start using our Sanctum. Putting a spell into our discard pile. Maybe Protective Ward. Yeah, might as well. And shuffle. And draw 1. Getting a Magic Blast. Then we will flip over. Use our ability to use one of our invocations. Draw 3 cards. Plus place this card in the invocation deck and discard pile. So we've got 3 cards here. Not that good. That gets us an encounter card, and we shuffle our invocation stack. And top card is the Crimson Bands of Katorak. All right, stun an enemy and deal 7 damage to it. I like it. All right, first thing we're doing, putting in Iron Fist. Power Protection provides us 2 resources, so there's our 4. Iron Fist enters play with 2 Mystic counters on him. We're going to be using one here very shortly. When Iron Fist attacks an enemy, remove 1 Mystic counter from him, stun that enemy, and deal 1 damage to it. So when he attacks, he's attacking now. We're going to remove the counter, stun the enemy, deal a damage to him. So down to 13, and he was doing 2 to start with. So down to 11. So we're going to do a momentum shift here. Those 2 resources, the hero action, heal 2 damage from a hero, deal 2 damage to an enemy. So we'll go up to 8. Take him down to 9. Then we're going to do a magic blast with these 2 and our Eye of Agamotto, dealing 5 damage to an enemy. So down to 4. Then discard the top card of your deck, which I didn't do when we ran out. So those would still be in our discard pile. And these would have been shuffled. And the top card is Mental. And with Mental, we will confuse that enemy. Ending our turn, we're now going to draw 6 cards, thanks to being the Sorcerer Supreme. Getting a Med Team, Warning, Clea, the Night Nurse, Magical Enhancements, and Avengers Mansion. I am not a fan of this pre-constructed deck build. But anyway, we add a threat. He goes to attack. Thankfully, he's stunned. We're going to get another encounter card. The first one's a Stampede. When revealed, Rhino attacks. If a character is damaged by this attack, that character is stunned. Oh, we did not want to see that. So he's attacking. Iron Fist is going to have to defend. So it's a base 7, 8, 9 damage coming in. 2 is soaked up here. 7 goes over. We are down to 1. And since we took damage, we're stunned. And the next one is a Hydra Bomber. When revealed, choose to either take 2 damage, we'll pass on that, or place a threat on the main scheme. Up to 5. The charge does go away, thank goodness. We almost had to use our warning there. But instead, we're going to use that to bring in the Night Nurse. Not that it's needed, but just want to show how this works. It comes in with 3 counters on it. It's an action. We can exhaust this, remove a counter, heal 1 damage from a hero, and discard a status card from it. So we're up to 2 health. Discarding Stunned. We're going to end up using our Spell Mastery to exhaust that, pay to use one of our invocations, using these 2 resources. This is not an attack, but we are going to stun an enemy and deal 7 damage to it. And that's going to be more than enough to take down Rhino. So that was my first play with Doctor Strange. I do like his base cards. Not too thrilled with him and Protection and these cards that came in the pre-constructed deck. But that can be changed fairly easily. So as always, I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. So please click on the like button below and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.